There's violent groups attacking people all over the UK right now. Has Destiny covered it at all? No. I don't give a about the UK. And I don't give a about every single time a brown person is doing something that I have to cover to my stream. There's a million other things I'd rather talk about than going on to the UK right now. There's people dying all over Russia and Ukraine as well. And there's people dying all over the Gaza Strip and Israel. What do you want me to say? UK, crime, violence. How many people are dying and getting all over? How many people? How many people have died in the past week in the UK? Off topic, but do you think any Ivy League degree is that much more valuable than a flagship state school outside of name recognition? I've read this in like casual articles, but I mean, if I were you, I would try to talk to a recruiter or something. I've read, I don't know if this is true at all. So this is a 10%, there's a 10% conviction take. Okay. I've read that Ivy League degrees are starting to mean less and less, that the prestige of having that degree is not as important as it used to be. I don't know if that's the case all over the place or if that's even true, but in what sense does it matter less? Well, before, like if you graduated from Harvard, you were like hot shit and that could like get you jobs and stuff. I don't know how much it matters anymore, or if it's, I don't know if it's as important now, but okay. Wait, last clip and then boring stuff.
Here, just like Macaiyla, she's stupid as fuck. She didn't read this. She didn't look into this. She didn't do anything. She just saw the title of it, and she looked like a fucking moron talking shit because she didn't know what the hell she's talking about. She thinks Donald Trump is going to shut down the fucking Olympics. She a moron. She a straight fucking retard. And that's a fact. Everybody knows it. She's annoying on Twitter every fucking day. And I feel bad for Tyler 1. I'm going to be honest. You have a girlfriend or a wife that puts you in positions like this, damages your fucking career. He's got to go out and make statements, talk himself off a bridge that she put him on.
I will say, I'm going to try to be very careful, okay? Macaiyla seems fine. I don't have any personal issues with her, okay? So, you know, whatever it is, whatever. But I will say that if you have a spouse who does have a lot of, like, public-facing work, so they could be a politician, they could be a content creator, they could whatever, be the CEO of a company, there is, like, you kind of have a responsibility to not be wild as fuck because your partner is going to have to run defense or cover for you or whatever if you're being wild. Like, you should have that consideration. You should have that consideration. Okay, what are these comments I saved? In some sense, it does depend on the type of hunting. Guys like Rogan do bow hunting, which does require brute strength simply to shoot the arrow. I bench 225, been training for 3 years, and couldn't even pull the arrow back. Modern bow and arrows are fucking insanely hard to use, and the old ones require even more strength. Okay, number one, bench press doesn't help you with pulling at all. I guess unless you grab the arrow here, you push the bow forward, I guess. Number two, if you're benching 225, you're already probably stronger than like 99% of like old world hunters. I seriously doubt these guys. How would they even strength train? They didn't have gyms back in the fucking forest, right? Yeah, I don't know what the... Also, I don't even know if you would need a bow that strong. I remember shooting bows in... Fuck, we went camping once. No, not camping. What was this? It was a Boy Scout thing or something. It couldn't have been Boy Scout. I don't remember what the fuck it was. We weren't shooting like adult bows, but I'm pretty sure you could still kill people. You could still hit targets at like 50 yards away. And that was with like a whatever bullshit. I almost weighed 60 fucking pounds. Destiny, the gym expert, doesn't realize that bench helps your back too. True. I forgot how shredded your back gets when you bench a lot. You're absolutely right. My bad, dude. I'm glad somebody like you with experience here is able to tell us how insanely fucking shredded your back gets. Everybody knows that benching really works the lats and the like you're so right there, my dude. Yes. Usually, I'm sorry, I'm fucking with you, or I'm being an asshole, but the guy is technically right. Oftentimes when you'll see people bench, usually what they'll do is they kind of like roll onto their back, and then they put their feet on the middle of the bar, so that when they're pulling the bar back, they're also pushing back with their feet at the same time. And this is how you kind of do like a squat workout plus your pull at the same time. So you can actually get huge. When people say that benching is a lot with your back and your legs, right? And now a retard might say, well, it's because your feet being flat on the ground and kind of like pushing through your whole body and arcing your back. That's bullshit. It's not about that. It's about doing the curl back where you have your feet on the bar and you're pushing and pulling and squatting all at the same fucking time through the entire lift. Amen. Thank you. Off topic, do you think Ivy League? Oh, we read that one. I went to a pseudo Ivy. The benefit of top tier school is primarily twofold. The quality of your peers is very high, which gives you a strong connection and strong collaborative learning opportunities. And two, usually the programs themselves have shitloads of money, so you can do whatever research you want, which is a huge springboard into research. Oh, that might be true. Actually, you know what I believe for private schools? I really do think that the classmate quality is one of the most important things. Like, having classmates whose parents give a fuck about their education, and when they give a fuck about their education, it probably is a hugely motivating factor for other students, as opposed to being thrown into a school where half the people don't give a fuck. Okay, don't need this. We already watched that. Oh, we're still watching him cooking Michaela.
Holy fuck, man. A woman like this will ruin your life. That's what I really think. That's what my real opinion is. She's so obnoxious. I feel bad for him. I do. Because her ego is more important than his career. Which, by the way, Jesus. The only reason that she has any followers and anybody knows anything about her on Twitter is because she's dating Tyler 1. You're fucking nobody. You're nobody. What they hear? Just like Macaiyla, she's stupid as fuck. She didn't read this. She didn't look into this. She didn't do anything. She just saw the title of it, and she looked like a fucking moron talking shit because she didn't know what the hell she's talking about. She thinks Donald Trump is going to shut down the fucking Olympics. She a moron. She a straight fucking retard. And that's a fact.
Says that like the
Okay, we don't need any more of this guy. Shoe on head video. Why does the IBA president's claim not hold any weight? Is it because they're untrustworthy or that they've not been further specifications or evidence provided? The IBA president's claim has two huge problems with it. One is that he only made the claim that she failed some chromosome test in a private, like it just in conversationally. He never released an official statement about it. And then on the flip side of that, the official statements that the IBA has released have said that they explicitly didn't test testosterone and they didn't release information about the tests that they did. Okay. And then the second issue is that it's kind of weird is that he took the decision to suspend her from the league when they were doing the meeting before getting a vote from the board, which also seemed kind of strange. There is an official Telegram post I can link you, just FYI. Why would you say that? Why not just link it? Why would you say you can link it? Why not just link it? You type the sentence. Why not just link it as you type, like... Nimrod, thanks for the 50 gifted subs, buddy. Oh yeah, like does this count as like an official statement if it's just something he's posting on his Telegram? I don't know why, like why is his statement here a year ago so much different than the actual IBA one? So this statement here is during the Women's World Boxing Championship, the IBA also does not forget about current work issues. Therefore, we held a full board meeting to discuss the main current tasks. One of the main topics was the honesty and professionalism of athletes. A number of DNA tests identified athletes who tried to deceive their colleagues and pretended to be women. The genetic test proved that they had XY chromosomes and were subsequently excluded from sports competitions. The IBA stands for open fair sports. A number of equally important issues were also discussed on the agenda. National Federation. Okay. So the weird thing about this statement, there's two really weird incongruencies here that I think beg explanation. The first is that why is it that when the IBA released a statement 3 days ago, they said that they didn't undergo a testosterone examination, but were subject to a separate and recognized test whereby the specifics remain confidential. So was he revealing that confidential test, or did they not test that and it was something different? If he already released that, why wouldn't they just release it and say it here? Like, he was literally the president of the org. Why would he say this, but then the org itself not release something saying more or less the same thing? And then the second issue that I have with this is they said that they tested the athlete twice. They said that they tested her when she won in the when was that first test? Okay. The IBA says that Khalif underwent 2 tests, one in 2022 and another one in 2023. You tested her in 2022, saw she had XY chromosomes and didn't say anything? Or did the genetic test take 1 year? I don't understand, right? Something is just not adding up with these statements. Something is not adding up with the timeline. Something is not adding up with the way that they're presenting this information. I don't think that's true. I think one of the boxes was in 2022. The other box was in 2023. Are you sure about that? Did I write this down incorrectly? Hold on. Is the Tectone stream still happening? I assume at some point. Oh my God. Oh, I like it when sometimes my hotkeys don't work and I can't. The IBA said Khalif underwent 2 tests, one in 20. No, wait, why am I looking at this? Wait, hold on. I literally have their official statement right here. I don't need the Fox News sourcing. They're just sourcing this, okay? The disqualification was based on 2 tests conducted on both athletes. They were performed at Istanbul in 2022 and New Delhi in 2023. So, yeah, something is not adding up here. Something doesn't make sense here. Something is not right here. But yeah. Here's the IBA guy getting questioned on tests recently.
Did not undergo testosterone examinations, but the 2 fighters did not.
Yes, spaced. Mono, thank you.
Undergo testosterone. The 2 fighters did not undergo testosterone examinations, but were subject to a separate and recognized test, whereby the specifics remain confidential. But can you shed any light on what that test was?
Unfortunately, no. It remains medical in confidence.
It's very difficult, though, for people watching on to come to the conclusion that they shouldn't be allowed to fight when they don't really know the nature of it.
It is.
You have to trust a governing body that's been suspended.
Yeah.
You can see the problem.
Absolutely. But you know, it's we don't just do these things. You know.
Why did they not fight the decision, though, if they think it wasn't legitimate? Well, I think they fought the first one. I don't think they fought the second one. But I think one of the issues is that in 2019, the IBA was suspended from the IOC's recognition. And then in 2023, they were formally withdrawn. All the recognition that the IBA was given was withdrawn from the IOC. So maybe by that point, they just didn't waste their time. Because why the fuck would you work to be, if you want to be an Olympic boxer, why would you keep fighting this shit in the IBA?
We're absolutely, but you know, it's we don't just do these things. You know, we're following our own governing rules.
Yeah, but you could have done it years ago, and you know, these fighters have been around a long time, as I say. For years, it was no issue, no controversy, and then suddenly it becomes a controversy. So, some might say it's a bit arbitrary, that it's a bit convenient, that suddenly it just happens. What was this a result of when you said people raised concerns? Who was raising concerns? Other fighters,
well,
other coaches?
Yeah, the fighters, the coaches.
How many people were raising concerns?
I mean, many, particularly those that have boxed against these 2 boxers in the past. You know. So, and when you see the impact of that, and it's clear, particularly when the doctors say it, you know. So we take our advice and guidance from the doctors as well, the medical doctors within IBA, and of course, medical doctors that sit within these events as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It all seems kind of sussy baka to me, but who knows? Like, I don't know why. I can't explain this statement. Like, this is him, right? This is Umar? No. This is Chris Roberts. He's the current CEO. Maybe Umar fucked up when he tweeted this or telegrammed this and he wasn't supposed to, or... What other sporting organization has medical tests or drug tests that disqualify athletes that are confidential? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what the standard is for that. Like, maybe it is that stuff is always kept private. But if that's true, then how do we know that, like, Lance Armstrong, how do we know that the biker guys failed, like, doping tests? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay. Didn't Lance specifically reveal his? I don't remember. Doping is not medical? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use this real quick and then we're gonna finish this right up. We will finish this today, maybe. Honest question, has anyone seen any info where the 2 boxes have consented to the test being revealed? I'm not even sure what all would go into balancing that. I was trying to think of, like, so here's what I would think. One, so my immediate thought is, why wouldn't you just say, like, okay, fine, I consent to a public test, so here you go. But then what if you say, fine, they can release my results? What if you think they'll fake your results? Then what do you do? What if they release your results and they do fake them? Then you go to another lab and get tested, and then they don't fake them. But now you've got conflicting things. Like, you might be permanently damaged by the one if you feel like they could fake it. If you have to release tests all the time, how many are there ever false? I don't know how they do, like, genetic testing. Are there ever false positives on, like, genetic tests? I don't know how they test for chromosomes. Let's say that you mandated a test for 1 million athletes, and now you get, like, because of some percentage or whatever, you have like 100 false positives, and now you have, like, all these people that are having to, like, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Or I guess maybe you could just double or triple test, but then that's a lot more money and everything too. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not sure. Chromosome testing is super easy. You'd be unlikely to get it wrong. That sentence doesn't mean anything when you're talking about doing something at scale, right? Like when you're, I read a doctor talking about this at one point, and it was like, why don't you just order this test, or why don't you order this thing for a particular patient? And the reason why was because there are a lot of exams that you can do that are very, very, very safe. A very, very, very safe examination or a very, very, very safe test, though, might mean that, like, this is a super safe test, only 1 out of 10,000 patients have trouble with it. But if you, like, recommend this test to almost every single patient and you see hundreds of thousands or millions of patients, well, now you're inducing a whole bunch of, like, sick, or you're fucking people up because you're over testing so much for a particular thing that you're going to run into issues, right? Because, yeah. Yeah. Revealing that someone tested positive for a banned substance probably crosses a different threshold for disclosure than revealing someone is intersex. One is about evidence of banned conduct. The other is disclosure of their medical conditions. Well, but, like, don't some banned substances, don't they just influence, like, things that are already in your body? Like, if you're doping with EPO or whatever, and, like, they're just testing your, like, red blood cell count. Or if you're roiding up, they might just test, like, your testosterone or free T levels or some bullshit like that, right? You're not just, like, looking for, like, Formula X in the blood. I think you're also looking for, like, different markers in the blood, like red blood cell count, hormones, or whatever else. No? I have no idea. I'm totally
Got the two
I'm
fights.
1,000,000,000% guessing. I'm extrapolating from very little biological knowledge. Maybe not, maybe, but I don't know. Destiny, that guy's hunting comment is wrong. Unless Joe is using an English longbow, modern compound bows are so easy to use that children and teens can use them. Okay, let me use the rest real quick and then grab a Red Bull and then we're going to do Trumple stuff, okay? Ooh. Any thoughts on Suits yet? I've only gotten through like I think 2 episodes. It seems cute. What about suits you wear? Oh, I thought about grabbing a suit. I don't even know what I would get though. I feel like I want a good suit. I feel like I want one of those I feel like these look fucking awesome. These like pinstripe suits. Fuck. The start is really good, but it gets so fucking bad. Oh, okay. Well, I'll stop watching it. Do you have a suit? Every adult male should have at least 3 different colors of suits? What? Okay.
My fellow.
Was this worth watching?
My fellow.
Let me see what we have next on this. This mouse scrolling. I'm about to boycott Logitech forever, okay? My God. We've got the causes and lead-ups. Motivation and purpose. Was plainly obvious in the weeks leading up to the January 6th event that the primary purpose of the protest was to protest the outcome of the election and to apply pressure to leaders to change the electoral vote. Okay. We should use the, we should listen to his speech. Maybe we'll do her video after. Where is this full speech? Watch live.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 45th President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump.
Does anybody know how many people ultimately ended up going to this rally and to the White House? He lies. They all lie about their numbers so much. They said it was 1 million people or more. Or I've seen, like, we expect 1 million or more to show up, like easily more than 1 million. There's no way that it was even close to that, right? Did it even reach 100,000? Did you make a video with Michael Knowles? Or did you just hang out? We made a video, but after all my Trump comments, I don't know if they'll release it now, the Daily Wire, who knows? Okay. Does anybody speak before Trump? Do you charge fees for appearances? I think so now, yeah. For like school speeches and shit. So free money, don't they pay you to do those shows? Oh, for like big stuff like that? No, they'll cover travel and stuff, but they don't. I don't get like an appearance fee to do like Daily Wire shit or big podcasts now. I thought people gave speeches before Trump. Huh. Chesbro speaks before? Yeah, I thought there were people that did. But maybe it'll happen right before Trump here, or was it before this? It for you to show up. Isn't it just a major waste of your time otherwise? I doubt I could, have that written in a contract? Like, written in my release, I demand that you release this. Wait, this is kind of embarrassing. Like, if you look at this, just in like eyeballing this, I don't have like an eye for like eyeballing crowds, but like on camera right now, this can't be more than maybe like a couple hundred people. What am I looking at right now, right? Paris wins the election. What would need to happen to prove to Republicans, inarguably, that he lost and that it's not a giant deep state conspiracy? Nothing. It doesn't matter. Oh, wait. Here's what the pre-Trump speeches. Maybe 3K? You think there are 3,000 people in this video picture? There must be more behind the camera, I'm sure. Maybe that's like a wider crowd shot. Okay, this is a 5-hour video.
Check 1, check 2. Ooh, ooh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You good, Chuck?
Hey.
165,000 in just 22 hours complete. It's the This all started from a little thing called the Stop the Steal Facebook group. It grew to 365,000 in just 22 hours completely organically. We were
those two words.
Growing by 1,000 people every 10 seconds before Facebook shut us down, and 2.1 million people were waiting in queue. We've all seen the big tech censorship. We've all seen the attacks from the left, whether it's the Democrats that think they have power, know what's best for us and our families. And you know what? We have a fighter in the White House who stood.
This is the sister of the girl you accurately called a Tide Pods eater? Wait, actually?
Up for we the people.
Or are you just making random shit up?
We are so grateful for President Donald J. Trump. He's been fighting for us for the last 4 years, and we're here to stand up and fight for him. I am so honored for the coalition of partners that helped put together this truly historic event right here in the White House lawn. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. And we have a truly amazing...
Just want to say you were a huge influence to me becoming interested in educating politics. Keep up the good work, man. Thanks, buddy.
List of speakers that are coming up. And I just want you all to remember to keep the faith. Do not lose hope. And we are all going to stand strong together for President Trump and for our nation. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Pastor Paula White for today's prayer. Hey.
Good morning. This is the day the Lord had made. Come on, Washington. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Give God a shout of praise.
Can you explain the difference in projecting your voice and just yelling? This lady needs some work. I mean, like, if you ask like a vocalist, they can tell you more. There's a difference between like talking into your head versus talking into your chest. And I think this is how it's like explained. I did like a level 1 vocal class because you had to for a fucking performance major. So I only remember what I learned there. But like, I think you can project in that when you're trying to talk louder, you're talking like into your head. Like there's like a feeling of speaking into your head versus when you're trying to project and you're like projecting from your like chest more. But also when people say head voice or chest voice, they're also talking about like falsetto, like, like one is like your falsetto voice and then one is your, I don't know what the physiological difference is, right? One is falsetto versus, but some people call it head voice or chest voice. I don't even know if it's the same thing. I don't know. There's a way to project without sounding shrill. Ask a vocal major, they'll know. Yeah, Ziana actually might even know. Yeah, go pay for a trans voice trainer. They know way too much about voice. Jesus.
Let us pray, because God is going to be in today. We believe in miracles. We believe that God is able to do all.
Oh, I will say something that I know that is more in my wheelhouse as a horn player. Probably the most important thing that you can do for speaking, this is irrespective of whether you're projecting enough or not, is breath support. One of the bad things about being nervous is that when you are nervous, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens that causes everything to like death spiral out of control. So for instance, when you're nervous, you tend to take shorter, quicker breaths. And if you're working on shorter, quicker breaths, it tends to leave you feeling a lot more choked. And then that makes it squeezes off your noises a lot more. And then you're trying to, like this kind of thing will death spiral you. As opposed to taking like deep, full breaths, supporting all of your words with a lot of breath, a lot of healthy support. You're not like squeezing or choking everything off. That's important for performing. That's important for singing and for playing a wind instrument. Probably important for speaking too, I would imagine.
All things. So Lord, let your plan stand forever. And may your purpose for this nation stand strong. For you said in Psalm 33 that blessed is the nation whose God. May your people rise up and stand strong. Give them strength and let them not be weary in well-doing. Overturn every spirit of fear, intimidation, worry, anxiety. And I declare right now that you would give us a holy boldness in this hour. God.
Okay, I don't care about this lady.
Thank you.
A night that our flag was still there.
Why does the audience size look like they could only hold like maybe 1,000 or so people here? What is this venue? This is me being conspiratorial. I have no proof of this whatsoever. I have absolutely no proof of what I'm about to say. So just, okay, keep in mind, they were originally planning to hold this speech at, fuck, I'm not going to be able to remember it. There was another place they were planning on holding it at that I think was 3 miles away. And then they changed this place because they said this could hold more people. But I wonder if they changed to this place because it's closer to the Capitol, because this is only a mile away from the Capitol. But I don't remember I wish I could remember what the other venue they were considering is.
A night that our flag.
Does people singing the national anthem in different ways in all these events ever make you cringe? I mean, I think it's fine to have like an elegant, nice performance of the national anthem. I think people sometimes take a little bit too much creative liberty with it. I think Jack Black's performance is probably like a gold standard, in my opinion, I think. But
Flag was still there.
Look at all these empty seats. My guess is these are VIP seats, if there are people standing back here. Hey, don't know if you know, if you're following the violent protests in the UK, but I'm having problems getting people to accept basic facts around the issue. How do you handle people who do that? I don't know anything about those protests right now or what's going on. I have no clue.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Yeah, this also just might be hours early too, so.
For the land of the free and the
You never think agents in Moscow are each day laughing for spreading stories via X or Tim Pool just to see who can make you more upset at the insanity? That would be funny as fuck.
Our music will start now, and the program will
Two dudes at the Kremlin, like, who can get on Destiny's stream more today?
continue momentarily.
Is this the real life? Is this...
I love that conservatives, because it's like old music, it's like conservative stuff, but they play like this, literally like the gayest, most effeminate coded like singers of all fucking time. It's like, it's just fucking, it's always funny to me.
Just fantasy matter.
Poll watchers deny.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Do you guys remember when people boycotted and canceled the Dixie Chicks?
Ever thought about why? Is it because we're just lucky? I would submit no. We are great because our ancestors sacrificed their blood, their sweat, their tears, their fortunes, and sometimes their lives. And what did they sacrifice for? They sacrificed for foundational principles that have combined to make us the greatest nation in world history. First, they believed in moral principles that are the compass that help us do the right thing rather than the wrong thing, with the power that we enjoy as a great nation. Second, we have a Bill of Rights that protects individual liberty from abusive government power.
Is there no way to speed this up?
A Bill of Rights that is based on the principle that a government is simultaneously our best friend and our worst enemy. That a government powerful enough to give us anything is powerful enough to take everything from us. Third, we are a free enterprise economy, an economy where you get to decide what you want to do with your God-given talents. An economy based on freedom and liberty that allows us individually to excel. And fourth, we are a republic. We, as individuals, collectively control how our government works and what our destiny will be. But we are here today because America is at risk, unlike it has been in decades and perhaps centuries. Socialist Democrats attack and mock our moral values, even to the point of sarcastically, in the United States Capitol, one of the most revered places in America, mockingly closing their hedonistic prayers with a man and a woman. What is that?
Closing their hedonistic prayers with a man and a woman. What?
A man and a woman. Mockingly closing their, one of the most revered places in America, mockingly closing their hedonistic prayers with a man and a woman. What is that? Socialist.
What the fuck is this "we earn a democracy, we're a republic" meme? I've like never heard someone say it before, but the past month or two, it's like all I hear conservatives say. I don't know. I think it's some way to try to like disenfranchise voters. Like, we're not a democracy, you know, or it's just they don't like Democrat, and democracy sounds like Democrat. And republic sounds like Republican. I don't know. I have no idea. It's really weird and retarded.
Democrats attack our Bill of Rights on a daily basis. They attack freedom of speech. They attack freedom of association. They attack freedom of all kind, including the right to bear arms. Now, let's be clear about these socialist Democrats. They also want to destroy our free enterprise system. They don't trust you with your...
Right now, 2020 Destiny is asleep in his bed. He has no idea. You mean 2021 Destiny? No, I was watching my computer being built. Was it this stream? Because I part of my sponsor agreement with was it Artesian Build? Is that what they were called? It was I was supposed to like interact with them on stream while they were building my computer. So I couldn't even like give this. National Guard with President Trump.
test. Am I just black?
Fucking Instagram. I don't know. Jesus. Anyway, sorry.
Individual liberty and freedom to do what's best for yourselves or your families. However, we're going to stop them. Now, we have definitely had some setbacks with what happened in November. We have had some setbacks with what happened last night in Georgia. But we are not going to let the socialists rip the heart out of our country. We are not going to let them continue to corrupt our elections and steal from us our God-given right to control our nation's destiny. The 2020 election is behind us. Today is a time of choosing, and tomorrow is a time for fighting. Today is also a day of revelation and separation. Today, the curtain will be pulled back, and American patriots will learn by their votes which Republican senators and congressmen have the courage to fight for America.
Let's see. This is this Mo Brooks speaking right now? Trump's team chose the ellipse for the location of the speech of the rally on January 6th. It was about a mile's walk from there to the Capitol. The speaker lineup. Fuck, I should have like the woman and everything too. Who spoke ellipse event? Donald Trump, January 6th. Fuck. Okay, who was the very first speaker? It was the woman who was part of the women's March for Trump or whatever bullshit, right? Women for America First. Was it Kylie Jane Kremer? Kremer gave a speech at the event in which she denounced. Okay, it was, maybe. Zonk said Paula White. Where did you get that from? Paula White, January 6th. Oh, she did the prayer at the start.
Turning our heart.
Okay. Paula White. She led the group in prayer at the start. Kylie Jane Kremer. And she was listed as the person in charge. Ben Thorpe is posting some unhinged shit. I don't care. She worked for Women for America First, which was the organization that organized, that procured the permit for the rally. Wait, I said up here, Trump's team chose the ellipse for the location. Who chose the... Where did I read that? Choosing location for January 6th speech Trump. Does anybody have a source for this? Don't make me go back and find it. The We Are a Republic meme stems from the U.S. Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. It's mostly meant to reinforce the continuity of government conspiracy about Biden not being the president. Okay. Fuck. I wonder if this is in the January 6th report. Control F, ellipse. Let's see what they cite. Like, why did they choose this place? I feel like I read something about them walking through their choosing of that place. Get me out of the executive summary. I think this is still the executive summary. Okay, Jesus, fuck. Because it was walkable to the Capitol. Yeah, but I'm trying to find where I read that at. Because it said, because this was organized by the Women's for Trump or whatever. So then how would I have read that? Oh, it might have been here. One especially notorious conspiracy theorist, Alex Jones, repeatedly told his InfoWars viewers that January 6th would be a day of reckoning. Jones is known for his outlandish conspiracy mongering, including his baseless claim that the massacre of school children at Sandy Hook Elementary School was a false flag operation staged by the U.S. government. Of course, his vicious lie was disproven in court, but Jones is obsessed with deep state conspiracy theories and often propagates them. After the 2020 presidential election, Jones argued that President Trump should use the power of the government to impose martial law on American citizens. Along with his InfoWars co-hosts, Jones amplified President Trump's big lie and relentlessly promoted President Trump's wild protest. One of Jones' co-hosts floated the idea of storming right into the Capitol. Jones himself marched to the Capitol January 6th. Jones' influence helped shape the planning for January 6th behind the scenes as well. The Select Committee investigated how event organizers and the White House staff planned President Trump's rally at the Ellipse, a park south of the White House. The event was intended to rile up the president's supporters just prior to the joint session of Congress. A wealthy heiress paid for the event after listening to Jones' InfoWar rant about the importance of President Trump's tweet. She spent $3 million with the goal to get as many people there as possible. Wait, who the fuck was this? Footnote 33. The fuck? After 520. No, I didn't mean to click that link. Is it going to take me back to the very beginning? Yes. Fuck! Whatever.
This is a critical juncture for the Republic, and now is the time to wear our colors loud and proud. Go to holdtheline.com and use promo code ALEX.
The source is the Alex Jones program?
All right. It's the last show of the year, and I'm very proud and honored to be called in to up the steel set on TV. He'll be happy to just be the guy putting the words into the earpieces. So we know what's coming. The Department of Justice is going to be run by people like Andrew Weissman, who gets right out in front. Excuse me. Who's fearless when it comes to putting his face right out in front? You know,
I'm not going to watch this whole fucking video.
But you can't tell at this point. Ballots, it's obviously going to be shown a fraud.
Where is this? Oh, wait, that was 35. Footnote 35. Not 33. Caroline Wren. Select committee to investigate the January 6th deposition of Caroline Wren. Transcribe interviews and depositions. Damn, this is a big old deposition. Holy shit. Maybe it's just laggy right now? $275 pages. Oh my god. Control F million. This is where she ended up committing a million. Okay, so this Caroline is talking to another person, maybe? During that conversation, this is where she went a bit more. This is a funding priority for her. I think we talked about a new program Charlie started called Turning Point Faith that focuses on registering voters in their churches. And that's something that Miss Fancelli would have felt strongly about. And so I reached out to Charlie even during that meeting to see if he could do a call with her. And he was on a plane, and they ended up connecting. And this is where she ended up committing $1 million to Turning Point, one of the entities. But that million, I think that if you would, the January 6th had never happened or solicited, like, I think she would have donated to 1 million to Charlie Kirk anyway. Like, that was a priority to her. It was something she wanted to do. Okay. Where is this? In here, is it going to say a $3 million donation to... Question. Oh, and so you're at Miss... Okay. You remember telling him that it was for a rally on January 6th. I don't remember what I would have referred to it as. Would you have used a Million MAGA march on January 6th with him? I don't recall, but that's obviously what I thought the name was. Okay, and here's the reason I asked. Can you turn to Exhibit 52? This is a text between Mr. Budovich and Katrina Pearson, right, on December 22nd at 5:38 p.m. Yep. So how many, or so this may have been soon after you talked with him, right? And he's asking Miss Pearson, who's doing the January 6th rally, right? So there is a chance that he would have gotten the existence of January 6th rally from you in your conversation about the bus project. Yeah. Okay. And then I think you, if you turn to Exhibit 53, you had talked a minute ago here with Miss Fancelli, or I think Fancelli maybe, I believe on the 26th. Correct. And so this is you, I believe, texting with Mr. Budovich, right? Right. And so you're at Mr. Fancelli's house at this point. Oh, yeah, I'm at Julie Fancelli's house. Sorry, that wasn't meant to be a trick. I was just confirming that that's what you meant. You say, guess what the budget is she just gave me for our bus project. You won't guess. $3 million. Right. You're talking about the January 6th rally at the Ellipse. Are you talking about the January 6th rally at the Ellipse? Well, I want to be careful. At this point, like, I thought it was just a busing project, so I don't know about the Ellipse or anything by this time. So I was referencing what I thought, like there was some sort of event Julie told me about on January 6th in Washington, D.C. She wanted to get people there. Taylor and I called him to, like, make up a bus budget so that they're literally busing people. I'm sorry, they're just good memes. And then this is where I'm at her house, and I thought the 500,000 was way the high end, right? It started at 30,000, and then she told me she wanted to do 3 million. So that's why I'm kind of saying to him, you won't guess how much she wants to do on this, right? And I guess that I was trying to get it is the December 22nd email. You referred to as the Million MAGA March, right? So I'm trying to say is at this point on December 26th, is it $3 million for a rally on January 6th? Wait, where was it? I think think I skipped it. I don't think it matters. Who cares? Wait. Fuck, sometimes they use numbers and sometimes they use... I don't know who any of these people are. This is a tweet. Amy Kremer. Putting together a production budget. Talking to Conley and some other chick. It's Justin Caporoli. Who is he with? The event strategies. Amy Kremer's the head of that woman's org, yeah. So who's this woman that donated $3 million? Like, who are they talking about? Oh, this Miss Fancelli person. Who the fuck is this? Julie Fancelli is an American heiress and conservative political donor. She's an heiress to the Publix supermarket's fortune and a member of America's 39 richest families, or the 39th richest family. Fancelli's organizational efforts and donations played a decisive role on the January 6th Stop the Steal rally at the Ellipse that preceded the U.S. Capitol attack. Gotcha. Okay, and the deposition was of Caroline Wren, a Trump fundraiser closely associated with the 2021 Capitol. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I don't know if any of this matters. Why did we write this down? At the start of the rally. Oh, who is Paula White? Oh, I just read that in the thing. That was interesting to me. I don't know where I read that thing about the planning, why they planned. Oh, but I guess I didn't write anything up here anyway. Does intent of the mob itself matter when deciding if January 6th was an insurrection? I think it matters a bit, yeah, to understand what was going on. Yeah, actually, I think it's very important. Because like a thing that just turns into a riot, I think is meaningfully different than a planned insurrection, I would say. Speaker lineup. Cute. Okay. Wait, but this doesn't have the lady that led them in prayer. If it was... Wait, Paula White. Wait, does it? Okay. Wait, this link has the exact lineup for all the speakers. Gotcha. Maybe. Jesus. Okay. Who is this Mo Books guy? Mo Books. Representative from Alabama. Why wasn't he listed on here either? What, can I not trust these? Okay. Whatever. Okay. Don't care about her. Don't care about this. This. He's right there. Oh, he is here. Oh, it's not Books, it's Brooks. I wrote Brooks. Okay.
Day, by their votes, Americans will learn which Republican congressmen and senators love their bourbon, love their cigars, love their prestige, love their personal power, love their special interest group money more than they love America. Because today, Republican senators and congressmen have a simple choice. Today, Republican senators and congressmen will either vote to turn America into a godless, amoral, dictatorial, oppressed, and socialist nation on the decline, or they will join us and they will fight and vote against voter fraud and election theft and vote for keeping America great. Now, I can't speak for anyone else, but I can promise you that as for me, Mo Brooks from Alabama's 5th Congressional District, I will vote and fight for America on the House floor. But let's be clear.
Apparently he wore body armor. Said he wore body armor to Donald Trump's January 6th rally in Washington, D.C. after being tipped off about risks in the days leading up to the event. I was warned on Monday that there might be risks associated with the next few days. And as a consequence of those warnings, I did not go to my condo, he added. Instead, I slept on the floor of my office. And when I gave my speech to the Ellipse, I was wearing body armor. That's why I was wearing that nice little windbreaker to cover up the body armor. Jesus. Okay. What did he say earlier? That the Democrats were trying to steal the election? Fuck, what was it? Something about them doing their job in Congress.